Doug Bowser. Doug Bowser, it's me again. It's RGT. How you doing, buddy? Did you have a good Easter? Did you have a good WrestleMania weekend? Did you enjoy Travis Scott and getting involved in the main event? That was perplexing. But Dougie, I know it's not fair to pick on you sometimes because really you're just a puppet. You're just a figurehead of Nintendo of America. You're essentially a marketing guy. You do what your higher ups at Nintendo of Japan tell you to do, and they say jump, you say how high. But since I live in America and you are the president of Nintendo of America, I have to address you. I have to take my complaints to you because obviously, well, there's been a lot of weird things with the Switch 2. Variable game pricing, $80 games and stuff like that. You were going to do pre-orders. You delayed the pre-orders, and I get it. There's stuff happening in the real world. There are tariffs and things involved in all of this sort of stuff. But then you showed people a bunch of accessories. We got the prices of the accessories, and then the prices of the accessories went up because you had to, evidently, and then you teased that other things could potentially go up as well, such as the system and the games and stuff like that. And that's not what consumers, really want to hear, especially when we're talking about accessories, because generally speaking, things like accessories are high dollar profit items for a company. It doesn't cost nearly as much as what you sell the item for. Usually you're making, over 100% profit on these accessories. So to see these accessories and stuff go up, it's getting a little bit weird for people. It's getting a little bit weird. But there was a story brewing kind of over the weekend, and this was only at one retailer. So I wasn't going to talk about it until another retailer did it. But the nickel and diming continues. The nickel and diming continues because now Nintendo has raised the price of Amiibo. Prices for Street Fighter 6 and Zelda Amiibo pre-orders that go live April 24th have had their prices go up $10 on Walmart and GameStop's website. All other retailers are still unchanged at the moment. Now, like I said at the start, I was waiting on this because initially it was just at GameStop where it was the increased price. So I wanted to make sure that another retailer was going to be doing an increase of price because, if they are doing an increase of price at multiple retailers, then obviously this is something that's going to be affecting everyone and not just an isolated retailer updating pricing mistakenly. With Nintendo this console generation, you should assume that if you see a price going up on something, that is the correct price. And if something seems too low, well, it probably is. So we got to look here at the Street Fighter 6 Luke Amiibo, the Street Fighter 6 Jamie Amiibo, coming in at $40. $40 for these two Amiibo. And then, of course, the first party Amiibo for Zelda games are $30. But $40 for a Street Fighter 6 Amiibo. And we briefly talked about this on the Spawncast, and there is a diehard Nintendo fan who I think Nintendo could literally kill his family and he would find justification in it. But that individual said, they raised the price of the Street Fighter, even though they raised the price of all of these Amiibo. They raised the price of the Street Fighter 6 Amiibo because they know the game isn't going to sell on the Switch 2, so they need to make some money back. First and foremost, you seem to have forgotten that Street Fighter 2 originally came out on the Super Nintendo before it came out on anything else and sold very well. You seem to forget that Ultra Street Fighter 4, the 3D on the 3DS, sold very well. You seem to forget that Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers for the Nintendo Switch, sold very well. Street Fighter games tend to sell very well on Nintendo platforms, especially comparing it to, other third-party games on the system. So no, that has nothing to do with this. That has nothing to do with raising the prices of these Amiibo. $10. Bro, $40 for this Amiibo. You could buy Bravely Default, the HD version on the Switch 2 for $40. The game, Street Fighter 6, the game, that comes with the year 1 and year 2 DLC is $60. $60 for the game. And for $20 less, I'm supposed to get some little freaking figure. Oh, it's got an NFC in it. Look, I'll give y'all the GIF. Y'all want the GIF? I better see this on tenor GIFs. Oh, y'all want it's got the NFC in it. We gotta put the NFC down. Like, bro, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Amiibo used to be cool. And I say the word cool very loosely. Amiibo used to be interesting because they were so cheap. It was like $15 to buy an Amiibo, and you would get a little bit more functionality in a game. You know, obviously people they milked it to death with like Smash Brothers and making Amiibos for all of those, but I actually liked collecting some Amiibo. I didn't really use them in games all that much. I just liked it because it was a small little figure with, you know, decent detail and stuff like that. For like $13, $15 or something like that. I wasn't paying exorbitant prices for these Amiibo because nobody was selling these Amiibo for exorbitant prices. And now you want $40 for a Luke Amiibo. Is Luke even that hot? Like, I don't mean like is he attractive? I'm sure people find him attractive. But it's like, is Luke like a top tier character in Street Fighter 6? Because I could do without him. I'm not attached to him, emotionally invested in him like I am a classic Street Fighter character. And I already know what the dick riders are gonna say. Oh, RGT, tariffs, this, that, and the other. Look, at some point in time, Nintendo's gonna have to realize that they're going to have to eat the cost on something. You know, and it's all optics. You are launching a new system. You are already giving people prices of things. Then you're changing prices of things, and not in a positive manner of them going down, but in a negative manner of the prices going up. You're talking about things like variable game pricing. You're introducing the $80 baseline standard game, and then you have Sony. And then you have Xbox sitting over there where everything is status quo. The controllers haven't gone up. The accessories haven't gone up. The games haven't gone up. The systems haven't gone up. And obviously that does vary from region to region. But I'm being a little bit selfish here and only talking about the United States. But, like, you have to understand the optics of this. And I think that if we get to a point of where, you know, PlayStation starts adjusting prices in the United States and Canada. Well, I mean, they already did Canada with the PlayStation Plus. You know, Xbox starts doing something similar. Then you have, you know, a bit more of a valid conversation. But you have to remember the optics of things. People are only looking at the immediate future with this Nintendo Switch 2. And a lot of these things are adding up very quickly. $95 for a pair of Joy-Cons, $40 for an Amiibo, you know, the $85 carrying case that better blow me and make me dinner every single night. You have to realize at some point in time there has to be something that is going to be that perceived value. I don't even think the system is like mispriced or anything like that. Considering what you're getting out of that system, it's very impressive, I feel, especially comparative to other handheld PCs that are on the marketplace that are, you know, a handheld device, and you can also sort of dock them. But it's just optics, man. It's just optics. And, you know, hopefully these don't sell so they get discounted heavily and then, you know, whatever. But then you get into the point of where it's the retailer that falls on. Nintendo doesn't care if they don't sell. So let's just give a little economic lesson here and how this works. The retailer buys X amount of things from Nintendo as far as accessories, Amiibo are concerned. If these Amiibo never sell and they're just sitting on the shelf, it's not Nintendo saying, hey, lower the price, because Nintendo doesn't care. They've already made their money from the purchasing by the retailer. It's the retailer just trying to get it the hell out of the store. Same thing with like accessories and stuff like that. And I don't know, man, you don't want you want product on the shelves, but you don't want a bunch of discounted product on the shelf. So let me know in the comment section down below. Do you even still give a shit about Amiibo? Like, do people still care? I don't know. I guess we'll find out by by the views that this video does. I haven't bought an amiibo in God knows. I think the last one I bought was the Gold Mario. And I'm pretty sure I don't have any amiibo anymore. I'm pretty sure I sold them all when I sold off a good portion of my collection because cool in theory, but not over no damn $40. Shit. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like, comment, share, hit the bell as well so you're not missing out on any videos. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.